like to do with the sword is to, go out to the park or something, and pretend like I'm Miyamoto Musashi. He was let's say the greatest swordsman in Japan, most famous for sure, maybe the greatest. And he worked out. He thought the best way to fight was with two swords, which was very unusual. Nobody had been doing that up till then. But he kind of proved it. I like to run around and pretend that I'm Musashi. Fighting with two swords, it's a lot of fun, man. A lot of freedom, a lot of wild stuff. There's this author, Fujiwara. He's written two books. One, they're historical, they're fictional, but they're based on history, so they're historical fiction. And one of them's about Musashi, and it's fantastic. Well, there's all kinds of stuff about Musashi. There's the Samurai Trilogy, the movie, unbelievable. And there's a book too. There's some, different books. But anyway, I love this Musashi by Fujiwara. It's a big, thick book. He was unbelievable. He was from an impoverished samurai family. They had no money. Had no status. And he goes off to war. He's like 16. And he fights in this huge battle, the Battle of Sekigahara, and he fights on the losing side. And he gets beat up a little bit, and he's a ruffian. He's like has such a bad reputation. And early in life, he runs into this Buddhist priest, this Zen priest, who's very famous, becomes very famous. And he sort of takes him in hand, and one point he ties him up, wraps a rope around him, ties him up, hangs him in a tree for 3 days just to settle him down. He's just so wild. He's trying to help him, but he's, settling him down. So he just wanders off, but to dedicate himself to the study of the sword, and he's just a demon student, and he's just always fighting. They fight with anything. He fights with live blades. You really have to kill each other, but they fight with these. They fight with the bokken, they're called, the wooden sword, a lot in matches. Just to prove who's the best. But the guys get hurt with these wooden swords, get killed, get maimed. It's not exactly. And he fought, 60, 70 matches or something. And maybe there's a school in Kyoto, very famous, but they're not really that good, they're just living on past glory, And then maybe there's a 8-year-old is the head of the school because he's the next one, but he ain't quite ready. So Musashi will walk into the school and challenge the 8-year-old to a duel, piss him off, and they all come after him. So they challenge him to a duel in the park, and there's 80 of them, the little, or maybe a little older than that, I don't know, 13 something. So they kind of hide the 13-year-old with 80 guys, and then the sun comes up and Musashi drops out of the tree and kills the 13-year-old and runs off, and they all chase him. He's just a master strategist, and he's written a book of Fire Rings, fantastic. But the same guy's written another book. It's called Taiko. It's about a very famous man, Hideyoshi. I don't know if you ever read the book Shogun. Hideyoshi is the old dictator. So, so all these guys for 400,000 years, they've been trying to unify Japan because they just had endless wars with all these warlords, just endless wars and misery for everybody. I mean, the samurai, like they're fighting all the time. It's somebody's got to do it, And one guy named Oba Nobunaga, he gets very far along that he's killed by one of his lieutenants, and then Hideyoshi is one of his top lieutenants, and he kills that guy, and it kind of puts him in the top spot, and he's the one that goes on and unifies the country. And up to the point of unifying the country, I mean, the story of his life is unbelievable. It's just, he comes from nobody, humble beginnings, samurai family, impoverished. I mean, he's just a sandal carrier for Nobunaga, but he ends up, his strategy is just unbelievable. It's all for the good, Everybody else has got their own little thing they're doing, or maybe are even traitors or something. But he just walks in and knows what to do for the good of everybody, and he does it fearlessly and hard working. And he once he gets to be dictator, then he turns into a total bad person. Don't go egomaniac, so it's interesting that way too. The story of Rudra, the story of Satan. But up to that point, it's just unbelievable what he does to rise. Like one of his things was, so there's this burning castle, and there's, they're all gonna die, But a lot of his men are gonna die finishing capturing the castle, but it's hopeless for them. But rather than risk his men's life, he will walk into that burning castle with a 90% chance that they're just going to kill him. But on the 10% chance that he can talk them into surrendering and come over to our side and save his men's life. And he does it again and again. He's just unbelievable, brave and selfless, risking his life and energetic and serving his Lord. It's a fantastic story. Taiko. So you want to be strong but not tense, and just awake, fearless, and ready, and selfless, and energetic, and just learn a lot from samurai. They were so frugal, they didn't want luxury, they didn't want money, they didn't want treasure. They wanted to be a great samurai, serve their lord selflessly, and just have a great strategy and always doing the right thing. But they were very spiritual, And when the war stopped, they just turned their attention to Zen or Vajrayana. Became great. They always kept their martial ways, but it kept them just had the right values that went along with the Dharma as well. Ready to face death. Being ready to face death in the service of others, in the service of your Lord, in the service of the good, the good of everyone. There's a lot to learn from those people. Training yourself